We are continuing to follow the story. We we covered the press conference this morning, but a family is talking about possibly suing CMS after they say a vice principal making claims that a vice principal attacked their child. Now, this alleged incident happened back in October at Renaissance West STEAM Academy. But the family just drafted a complaint, and they said they're ready to file. So again, Jesse Pierre is covering that story. We'll have more on that story this evening here on WCNC Plus and WCNC Charlotte. Nate Morabito here in studio, also been following this story. What can you tell us? Because you're looking into different things regarding what allegedly played out.
Yeah, I mean, this family's basically saying an administrator assaulted their child. That's to really boil this down.
Yeah.
Who's a middle schooler, right? Who's since left that school and gone to a different school. I became aware of this back in November, so not long after it reportedly happened. And in talking through possible steps to try and report this, I really felt like the video was critical. There's apparently surveillance video that shows this interaction between the student and the administrator. And for me, it really felt necessary to get that video because, you know, our job is to find out what the truth is. Like, you know, I know we have to get this side and that side, but nowadays, when there's video, that is a key component. So I filed a public records request, that's what it's called, with Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools back in November. And I said, can we get a copy of this surveillance video that shows this particular reported assault? And the school district kind of quickly said, well, we're not going to give that to you because of state and federal privacy laws. And it was an interesting timing because a few days prior or so, CMS had given a different surveillance video at a different school about something completely separate to another media outlet in town. And there were clearly students in that video that had been blurred out. And so I was wondering, like, number one, why did you release that video then if there's students being shown potentially, and why can't you just redact them in this video if there are any other students? But in the meantime, I thought, what if we get a privacy waiver from the family in this case? What if the mother of this boy says, we waive all student privacy rights to me specifically, can we get the video? So they signed a privacy waiver. I gave it to CMS. And Nick, I've followed up multiple times. I called today. I've not received any response from CMS in more than a month at this point about this particular video. And it's puzzling. We're trying to figure out, well, is there any legitimate reason why they're withholding this video? And I've actually set to talk with an attorney at 3 o'clock today to kind of talk through big picture. Is this or is this not a public record? There's a safety issue inside a school. Surveillance video funded by taxpayers captures this incident. You have an administrator accused of something bad. You have a child on the other end. You have that child's family saying, we waive his privacy rights. You can release the video to me. And then you have attorneys for the family and the mom herself saying, we want this video released. And here's what one of those attorneys told me. Attorney Faith Fox told our reporter today when she asked, hey, you all gave Nate a signed waiver saying the school can release this video. How do you feel about the fact it's not been released yet? Take a look at what she said.
At this point, it's really important that somebody take accountability for this. The video is available. So many times something like this happens and there is no video. It's the teacher's word against the child's. And when you have the video, it's very disheartening when the officials are ignoring video evidence.
So Nick, there's video out there.
Yeah.
And this had not bubbled up to public scrutiny yet. And now we're at a point where the family holds a news conference and is outlining allegations and naming this administrator. And video would maybe clear this up one way or the other. And we still don't have it. And I filed in another request that I said, can you please give me this video today? Can you please at least answer our questions about why you're not giving us this video? And we still don't have it.
And just to be clear, nothing, not an email, not a phone call, not a text message, not even a beep from a pager. No, those don't exist anymore, but you get where I'm going,
Yeah,
right?
I'm old enough to have used one in my first TV job. So yeah, nothing, no response whatsoever. And we've been patient. And, I want to do this the right way when I'm reporting on things, especially things that are so potentially explosive like this.
Yeah.
I'm meticulous, and I think the video is critical for the public to see. And now the question is, will there be legal steps to get this video released? This family hasn't filed the lawsuit yet, but they've got one drafted and ready to go. And it sounds like to me that they don't want to go down that road.
Mm-hmm.
They'd rather just get this, taken care of cordially. But as of today, the administrator has not been suspended. And, based on the suspension paperwork I've seen about this child, they kind of accuse him of being an aggressor in this situation, not the administrator. Mm-hmm. But, the mom said this administrator, it appears, the attorney said the administrator appears to have slammed this boy on the concrete floor. And she says the video appears to show that. So we're still waiting. I mean, I requested this, it's January, right? Mid-January, maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Is when we first started asking questions about this. And again, I don't think the family wanted to get to this point where they're putting the school district on blast in front of, several news cameras. Mm-hmm. But this is where we're at right now. And I know Jesse's covering that side of it, the specifics. Yeah. But just know we're always working behind the scenes. Like when people call in tips, we are working to confirm and to really feel comfortable reporting something. I'm always cautious in he said, she said situations, but the minute I find out there's video is when it really starts to get to the point where I'm like, well, we should be able to see that video. The attorneys have seen the video.
Yeah.
And they told us, here's what it shows. So now we're waiting to see if the public will get to see it too.
Yeah, the video in a lot of cases doesn't lie. And so once we get our hands on that video, if we get our hands on that video, those are the next steps, I guess, to figure out what exactly happened. We can see with our own two eyes.
Yeah, and here's what I tell people all the time when I interview them. I am not in the business of getting a headline. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm not in the business of trying to be sensational. If I thought that this was a story right from the jump and I hadn't done my vetting, we could have put something on TV that night. But that's not how we operate, right? Mm-hmm. We want to do this the right way in fairness to everybody and to be accurate. That's ultimately what we're looking for. And in this case, the school district is citing a state and federal law that they say protects student records and student privacy.
Yeah.
That student's family is saying, we waive those rights. To me specifically, to release the video to us, and we don't have it.
Well, Nate, we will continue to follow this story again. Jesse is covering one angle of the story. You're covering another as far as the video and seeing what actually happened. So look forward to seeing what plays out in this situation. Nate, as always, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, of course, I'll be on TV at 5 o'clock with the latest. You'll hear from the people that we've talked to, and we'll see what CMS says, if anything.
All right, Nate Morabito, again, we will continue to follow this story. Nate, thank you again for your time.